Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into quite a phenomenon. We've got an article here looking at a character that's just exploded onto the collectible scene, Labubu.
That's right. And this piece really gets into it, who Labubu is, the whole backstory, and maybe most importantly, why it's suddenly so popular. It's global now. You even got some big celebrity fans.
Yeah, exactly. So our mission for this dive is pretty clear. Use this article to get a quick, solid understanding of this character, where it came from, and what's fueling this, well, massive appeal. Let's unpack it.
Okay, so fundamentally, Labubu is the creation of an artist named Kasing Long. And the article points out its origin is maybe a bit unexpected. It actually started in a picture book.
A picture book, interesting, called The Mysterious of Buka, right? And it was a Nordic forest elf character.
Exactly that. Described as, mischievous, really curious, always exploring, maybe a bit hyperactive. And it's not alone. It's part of this bigger group of elf-like creatures, about 100 of them. They're called the monsters.
The monsters, okay. And Labubu itself has some very specific features the article mentions. Makes it stand out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The source highlights its 9 pointy teeth. That grin is, like, instantly recognizable, and those quite prominent, upright, pointy ears. You know a Lubu when you see one, for sure.
Right. And this world, the monsters, it has other characters, too, some directly connected to Labubu.
It does, yeah. The article talks about others like Zimomo, who's sort of the adventurous leader type, and Mokoko, the pink one, apparently a bit vain.
Okay.
And it also mentions, interestingly, that one of the Labubis is paired up with Taikoko, a skull-like elf character who's described as optimistic but also kind of timid, so it builds this whole little character universe.
Okay, right. So that paints the picture of the who and the what. But the really fascinating bit the article covers is the why. Why is everyone going crazy for this character? Seems to come down to, like, scarcity and hype.
Absolutely. The article uses this great phrase, one doll is hard to find. And that's not just talk. These figures, especially the blind box ones, the sealed ones where it's a surprise which character you get.
Yeah, the surprise element.
Right. They sell out almost the second they're released.
And that scarcity actually translates into, like, real-world scenes. The article mentioned queues.
Oh, big time. Huge queues forming pretty much everywhere globally when there's a new drop or even just a new store opening that sells these kinds of things.
Yeah.
The article specifically calls out massive lines in Kuala Lumpur. Seeing that physical demand is pretty striking.
But then, layered on top of that, there's the celebrity effect. The article really leans into this, pointing straight at Blackpink's Lisa and Rosé.
Yeah, this seems to be where things really took off. Lisa especially, the article calls her a wild spokesperson. She's apparently always got Labubu with her on social media, like as a charm on her bag, holding one, opening the boxes.
Huh. So it feels quite organic.
It seems that way. Very visible, though, to her millions of followers. And the piece notes, she even got Rosé into collecting them, too.
So what happens when you combine that kind of massive organic celebrity endorsement with the fact that these things are already hard to get?
Well, it just sends Labubu's profile through the roof. The article highlights what happened in Thailand, for example. Because they're scarce and celebrities are showing them off, the blind boxes started getting resold for crazy amounts, up to 7 times the original price.
Wow, 7 times. That's way beyond just buying a cute toy. That's full-on speculation territory.
Totally. Driven purely by that hype and the difficulty of finding them.
And the article even said Labubu got some kind of official title in Thailand. Amazing Thailand Experience Officer.
Yes. Which is just incredible, right?
Yeah.
It really shows how deeply this character has woven itself into popular culture there. It's not just a collectible. It's become this cultural marker, influential enough for an official title like that.
So, okay, let's pull this together. If you're listening, understanding this Labubu craze isn't just about, knowing about a trendy toy. It gives you real insight into how pop culture trends catch fire today, the psychology behind collecting and scarcity, and honestly, the incredible power celebrities have now to drive demand.
Yeah, and it leaves you with a really interesting question, doesn't it? How does a character make that jump?
Right.
What's the magic formula? Quirky design, clever scarcity, the right celebrity picking it up at the right time, maybe something else entirely that takes it from a niche picture book character to this global sensation people are paying huge markups for, and that even gets official recognition. Makes you think.